Hey, welcome to another episode of the Meta Healthcare Podcast. Today, our guests, John Anthony and the Blacktown Bludger, Lloyd Slade.
All right.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, you can hear?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Took an actual eternity for that
Yeah.
one. So, mate, would you get on with the mic, mate?
What's that?
So what'd you get up to today, mate?
Oh, I
Gym?
just went to the gym as usual.
Yeah, as usual, mate. What'd you
Yeah.
work out today?
Done legs.
Legs? You mean you did nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, mate. So, mate, well, on the last episode, we'll talk here a lot about some Carly, the stuff
Yes.
that you were doing with John over
Yes.
there. How's it going?
Yeah, John. I'm going good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, can you give us a bit of like background of what Carly is, how it works?
Okay. Kali is one name for particular Filipino martial arts.
Yeah.
They have Kali, Anis, or Eskrima.
Okay.
Most people in America call it Kali because of Dan Inosanto.
Yeah.
Where I trained is called Eskrima,
Mm-hmm.
which is more the middle part of the Philippines, which is Cebu area.
Yeah.
And so that was the hub of Filipino martial arts, dating right back to the 1500s. Well, that was his first introduction to the main world.
Mm.
From the Majapahit Empire, and it sort of lingered down into the Philippines. It's weapons-based system.
Yeah.
Edged weapons like knives, swords, machetes, so the difference between, say, a traditional martial art like karate or taekwondo or judo and stuff is you learn the weapons first and then you learn the empty hand afterwards.
Right.
Because the weapons teach the hand how to move.
Ah,
So you're not
okay.
relearning, you're not having to relearn. You do your karate, then you put a weapon in the hand when they get higher up, and you have to relearn because it doesn't gel well
Yeah.
with the
Yeah, it's
Filipino martial
different.
arts. It's already there. The movement is
Yeah.
in your brain. So
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, I've never seen, like, I'm sure even Peter, even as a health professional, like, one big thing that we're shocked about is how well you can get, like, you know, people to focus with this, with Carly. Like, you're teaching, like, groups of, like, 20 people, some people with intellectual disability, and you're getting them to focus for, like, 2 hours straight.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Like this one here, bro.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, like I was genuinely surprised. Like even I'm very good at what I do, but like some people you can get them to concentrate for 2 minutes at a time, then they need to deregulate or something. But there's something about the hand-eye mindfulness that you're showing there that's very, very unique.
yeah, well, that's the because we I like to start off with 2 sticks
Yeah.
or 2 weapons, and it actually helps develop the 2 sides of the brain.
Yeah.
Because your right hand is controlled by your left side of the brain, and your left hand is controlled by the right side.
Yeah.
So you're putting both of those together. So it gives you a pathway between both lobes,
Yeah.
and actually helps build up concentration, build up, especially with people who've had strokes or have had cognitive disabilities and
Yeah.
stuff. And a lot of the changeover has been blocked.
Yeah.
But this sort of changes it, makes a freeway, another highway into the.
Yeah.
I look at it as like a map.
Yeah.
You know, you look at a map of where you want to go to, and you might just think, oh, I just go the same route every day, and
Yeah.
I only just have one pathway.
Yeah.
But what happens is there's roadworks. You've got to find another way to get to it, so you have to do side streets and
Yeah.
still get to the same position. But if you're just stuck on that one road, you're not going to get in or out.
Yeah.
You know, so you need to sort of restructure that and figure out another way of getting to the other side.
Yeah.
Right. How'd you get into starting like martial arts, Carly? All those things?
Out of necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was bullied a lot at school,
Yeah.
and I could have been an Olympic runner, because running home from school every day, being chased by gangs and bullies.
Yeah.
So and I just didn't like running.
Yeah.
So I literally had to. Well, actually, the story was I'd been bullied since primary school, right through to high school, and then I got into a situation where some guy had to get into a gang, so he wanted to had to fight me to get into this gang, and so I happened to be the new guy because my dad moved around a lot, so I was always a new kid in school.
Yeah.
So I didn't have much of a network of friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was always alone on my own, very quiet, shy type person. And this kid wanted to get tested to go into his gang to beat up the new guy, which happened to be me.
Well.
So he stole something of mine, and I saw him take it, and I asked for it back, and he said he denied it and stuff, and we had a bit of a scuffle, and must have given a little bit of a black eye, just bumping him or whatever. And he threatened to, for 2 weeks, he was just chasing me around the school, you know, stalking me and stuff, and all his mates were saying, "You're in trouble now, you know, watch out." But he cornered me one time. I was going to class and had my books. He cornered me, and at the other end of the hall, he locked the door, so I couldn't get in or out. And I knew what was going to happen. This time I'm going to have to face him, you know. So I put my books down. I'd never been in a fight before in my life. You know, I was very sort of timid and pacifist. Didn't like the idea of punching somebody in the face. It just sort of felt icky, you know. So anyway, I put my books down, and he started punching me in the face. But it was like really like taps, you know, like in the face, and something in my head just snapped. I thought, is this supposed to hurt? I thought to myself, is this supposed to hurt?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't. I just closed my eyes and took 3 swings. All the rage that I had built up, years of being bullied. I closed my eyes, 3 swings, and all of them connected.
Yeah.
I opened my eyes up, and he was on the ground, 2 black eyes and a blood nose, face absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
And from that point, I mean, we went to the headmaster. Headmaster said, "You can't fight and stuff." I said, "I was just defending myself." And he went into the headmaster's office first and came back out crying and stuff. And he was telling everybody he got the cane. Back then we used to get corporal punishment.
Yeah. Lloyd knows about all that.
So anyway, he was telling everybody, and that made it worse for me because everybody was like picking on me and that.
Yeah.
This other kid who was another bully wanted to fight me as well. And this time I just started swinging again and gave him a fat lip. And then my woodwork teacher came up to me, and he's a short, stocky guy with a big beard and stuff. And he goes, "Did you hit?" That's the second guy. And I didn't want to lie because he knew my dad, because my dad just got a job there as a school teacher.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to lie, so I thought I'm going to get the cane for sure this time, you know. Anyway, I says, I did actually. And I didn't want to, I'd just cop it. I'll just say, well, I did. And he put his hand out to shake my hand. Yeah. And so he says, "I know your story. Your dad has told me that you've been bullied all your life, and you've finally stood up to these bullies and stuff." He says, "I teach judo. Are you interested in learning martial arts and judo?" And I says, "Absolutely." And that was my first inkling. That was 1978.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a long time, and I've been doing it ever since.
Right.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing.
I feel like, because I remember you were telling me that story of, you know, how, they locked the door at the end of the hallway. You kind of brought your own philosophies from your own experience into some of the martial arts you teach, right?
Yeah.
Because, you're telling me about how you can apply that to just everyday life.
Yeah.
And like, it wasn't until I was watching the news about like something that happened in a shopping centre where, people felt like they didn't know where to exit or where the person came from.
Yeah.
And, I think it was something along those lines that you were showing. Like, I thought that was very useful.
Yeah. Well, that's a thing. A lot of people think, martial arts is self-defense. That's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
Martial arts is just part of self-defense. The more important thing is awareness, spatial awareness, situational awareness. There's a thing called the OODA loop.
Yeah.
Observe, orient, decide, and act. And you can't do any of that if you're too busy on your phone, walking along, scrolling up and down, wearing headphones on, and not being aware of your surroundings. So I use that philosophy teaching martial arts, I also teach self-defense.
Yeah.
And it's all
Yeah.
about your awareness. Even in your own home, you should know where the choke points are, the exit points are.
Mm.
And if you're in a fire situation and all the lights are out and it's the middle of the night, you should know where you have to go and how to get out of the thing, you know.
Yeah.
Or somebody breaks in, you've got to know the safe spaces
Mm.
to you know, exit or whatever. I do that all the time when I'm in restaurants and stuff. I always sit, if it's got a window, I'll sit near the window so I can see the car park and see if anybody's, you know.
Yeah.
People say, oh, he came from nowhere. The guy came in with a gun or a knife. He just
Yeah.
came from nowhere. They come from somewhere,
Yeah.
Mm.
you know. And if you can see what's happening, then you can make a judgment and make a decision
Yeah.
and do that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So Lloyd, as being a student of John's Carly sessions,
Yeah.
how do you
Mm.
find it?
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's very good.
What stuff do you feel like you feel improvement on when you do these classes?
I just get you something to focus on and make sure, I don't know, as John said, but yeah, slowly learning all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find it difficult and challenging?
It is difficult, but it's relaxes your mind and stuff. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
So what sort of techniques and stuff have you been taught?
Just a stick fighting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
how to move.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Different movement patterns and stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, John, how do you feel like the difference has been in terms of learning and practicing yourself and teaching, you know, our people? How have you felt like the difference is?
yeah, well, I was a slow learner when I was young, and it's been 45 years, over 45 years that I've been learning martial arts and teaching martial
Yeah.
arts. But I always look at when I'm teaching new students, and some may have difficulties, some may be really sort of switched on. I have a patience about me that because I always look at myself and how I was. So every student has the capability of learning something. It might
Yeah.
take them longer, it might have more difficulty.
Mm.
One story I just recently on Monday, one of my students, he'd been in a car accident as a young boy. His father and brother were killed.
Yeah.
And then later on in life, he had a stroke where half his side of his body wasn't functioning. He had to relearn how to walk and use his left hand and left foot,
Yeah.
left leg. And we were doing a drill on Monday. He's been with me for a few years now, and he's gradually getting better and better, and his skills have improved, and he's lightened up. A lot of people come in really hard, it's, no flexibility.
Yeah,
It's relaxing,
Yeah.
flow. Anyway, we're doing a technique, switching from right side to double-handed, which is called dos manos, and change it into left side. And in this drill, it was just flow. It's a flow drill. And I got him to do that, and we broke it down to bite-sized pieces, and then we just started to let it flow. And then after the end of the session, he was doing the left-hand side perfectly without even thinking about it. And he started crying.
Yeah.
He broke down in tears, and make me choke up. But he broke down in tears. He says, "You don't understand what's happening. I've never been able to do that before.
Yeah.
I've always had difficulty with my left hand, and now it's just coming together." And he says, after his injuries and things like that, he said, "It's actually opened my eyes up. It's actually made my life better, and I feel like I've achieved something." So
Yeah.
it was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But
Fire.
yeah, that's it, to me. It's a therapy thing as well as a martial arts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how much those two things line up together. Like,
Yeah.
especially in our day and age, like, you've got all these different health professionals doing all these different therapies, whatever. And then you got someone like yourself who does all these like insane different martial arts, and you got a good understanding of it and how that benefits the mind and the body and how it's all connected and how you can get people to improve on their capacity just by doing, the martial arts, Carly's, the stick fighting,
It's,
What? Yeah, sorry.
when you do the cardio, like everyone loves it, like it's good, like
Yeah.
everyone's doing it, but everyone's laughing at, but it's not. We're not faking and that laughing at. It's just, it's relaxing. It's it's just crazy. It's good. It's a good thing. It just does something to your brain and shit. as
My
John
my,
said.
my philosophy is I want people to enjoy
yeah,
the
and
class.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a strict disciplinarian. You know, drop and give me 20. You know, this is the way it's done. You know, I'm not a
Yeah.
military guy. I am
Yeah.
you know, to me, I want people to have fun.
Yeah.
And the best way to learn is actually to have fun while you're doing it,
Yeah.
because you concentrate more and have a bit of a laugh. The mental health care guy, that when we have big groups and stuff, everybody's
Yeah.
just having a ball.
Yeah.
It's so much fun, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone's laughing and like
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
all put on. It's
But
Yeah.
you're still learning.
yeah,
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
learning
Yeah.
while
Crazy.
you're laughing and stuff, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
and it's infectious and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually been I've taught several different types of people in different schools and stuff, but when I was introduced to the mental health care and had that Carly class,
Yeah.
it was the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life, you know. And I've been
Yeah.
doing martial arts for 40 odd years. It's so rewarding to see people having fun and learning and developing a skill,
Yeah.
even if it's just coordination skills. That's developing a skill that you can use for other purposes.
Yeah.
John, can I ask you what styles you do and how many black belts you got? Can I ask you that,
You can ask me that.
please?
I might not answer it. No. Well, over the years, I've probably done about 12 to 15 different systems.
Yeah.
I've been graded
Yeah.
in several of them. I've got 6 different black belts from
That's
different
crazy.
systems, plus other gradings and stuff. And some systems I don't get graded, and I'll just train in it. I do Wing Chun at the moment. Great Wing Chun instructor, Sifu Bo. He's been doing it since he was a kid. But he's a phenomenal guy, very patient. But he teaches more of the internal sort of movement, body mechanics and stuff. I do Silat with Michael Jupp and Master Gregory Jones. I obviously teach Kali, but I've done judo, obviously, and karate and Hapkido, a bit of Muay Thai, a bit of boxing, everything. Everything can be put together.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Mm.
Yeah.
I see it in this way. It's like people always see the differences, but they can't see the connection. But there always is a connection. The human body is a human body.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, Bruce Lee said, if we both got 2 arms and 2 legs, unless we've got 3 legs and 4 arms,
Yeah.
bodies still move the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like that's it. One of my favorite parts of the actual sessions you do, and I always tell you, is the part in the middle where, you know, after they had a bit of fun, but you also mix in a lot of really great philosophy into what the movements are about, but then also like how they can apply this in their own life. And I've definitely seen a lot of, at least our clients, that have applied a lot of what you've said, and they've benefited massively from it.
yeah. Well, I believe, like, if you don't have a philosophy in your martial arts, it's not a martial art.
Yeah.
That's the word art.
Yeah.
It's an art form. Okay. Martial meaning war, the art of war.
Yeah.
Okay. It's martial arts. That's where it came from. It's from the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
The Roman Empire, they worship the sun. Okay.
Yeah.
No, they worship the planet Mars.
Yeah.
Right. Now that's the god of war.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is where the martial arts terminology comes from.
Yeah.
Martial arts, Mars.
Yeah.
That's where you get the word martial law.
Yeah. That's actually
And marching into war. You know, because the Romans would march in springtime when the snow has melted.
Yeah.
Right, and they're marching. So the martial arts, it's an art form, and without the martial art things, you're just fighting.
Yeah.
So the philosophies, there's lots of different philosophies on martial arts. You know, like the Book of Sun Tzu and Book of Five Rings, and you know,
Yeah. I mean, people still read that to this day and apply it, and you can definitely see it.
oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like,
You know, it's you know, it can be for business,
Mm.
it can be for sports, it can
Yeah.
be for obviously martial arts.
Yeah.
It's universal sort of understanding
Yeah.
of how to apply aspects and logic.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it's great as well when you can teach like technique, and then teach a philosophy behind it, because it's also like showing someone something physically, and then you're also showing them how to do it in like a philosophical way, like, you know, something that they remember, that they're going to remember as a life lesson, not just as a movement, not just as like, oh, you know, oh, you just keep your hands up for defense. No, you teach a whole philosophy behind it, so they remember it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's
Is that muscle memory, John?
muscle
Is
muscle
that
memory.
they call it?
Muscle memory is you're so used to doing a technique you don't even think about it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Enter the Dragon with Bruce
Oh,
Lee.
come on, man. Of course we have.
and he's got that little Lao. He says Lao's time. You know, he's
Yeah.
teaching a young kid how to.
Yeah.
You know, and Bruce Lee said to him at the end of the session. He says, "So, how did it make you feel?"
Yeah.
And the kid goes, "Let me think." He goes, hits him on the head. He says, "Don't
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
feel."
Yeah.
It's like a finger pointing towards the moon.
Yeah.
Don't concentrate on the finger, or you miss all that heavenly glory.
Yeah.
Muscle memory is just constantly doing a repetitive thing until you don't think about it anymore.
Yeah.
So when you're doing self-defense, if you're having to think about a technique, you've lost the fight already.
Yeah.
Your body's just got to move without thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know, when Bruce Lee was talking to his master, and he says, when it hits, I don't hit, it hits all by itself, talking
Yeah.
about his fist. So he doesn't have to think about it. Okay, punch.
Yeah.
You automatically would do that. And this is,
Yeah.
when you do a repetitive thing over and over again, it becomes to the point where you just not even thinking about it. You can talk about the weather or whatever and just movement, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And the philosophy of, I believe that if you teach correctly, you get rid of the aggression out of people,
Yeah.
as opposed to I'm very selective who I train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't train people who are going to use it for
Hurting people.
hurting people.
Yeah.
You know, my philosophy is not to hurt people.
Yeah.
But I hurt that young man, a young boy,
Yeah.
and thing because I had no skills,
Yeah.
and I was frustrated, and I was, I felt like a victim.
Yeah.
When you get to the martial arts side of things and you get more confident stuff, you don't need to have that victim mentality, and you know that you can hold your self up and say, I don't need to hurt you.
Yeah.
I choose
Yeah.
not to do that. Only if necessarily we'll have to use it, but
Yeah.
I can walk away. It might damage your pride, but
Yeah.
so what?
Yeah.
Pride and arrogance and ego is your biggest enemy.
Yeah.
Not the guy across from you.
Yeah.
Your own ego is
Yeah.
the danger of thing,
Yeah.
because you get to fights with that.
I mean, they kind of talk about that in Eastern philosophy a lot. It's like being in the seat in the chair on your own head. So it's kind of, rather than, going other people's way because they've done something to you, you get to decide which way you go.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately your decision. It ends up with more freedom, ironically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like to study Stoicism.
Yeah.
In Stoicism, you cannot control the outside world.
Yeah.
You have no control of it. If something goes awry, you can't control it. You obviously control the way you think about it, though.
Yes.
If somebody insults me,
Yeah.
right, it's up to me to use the Stoicism in my thought process. As I don't care what they think about me.
Yeah.
It's not affecting me. He insulted me. It's insignificant to me because I don't have a right or wrong feeling towards that.
Yes.
Somebody doesn't like me, bad luck.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
really care.
Yeah.
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 John, does it make you feel confident doing all that martial arts? Does it make you feel confident when you're walking the streets and that? Like,
Yeah, but you feel confident, but you still have to be always
on the guard.
aware all the time, but
Yeah.
not in a scared way,
Nah.
but in a confident way. Says, I'm always scanning.
Yeah.
Obviously we're sitting here. The door's over there.
Yeah.
I don't like my back to a doorway.
Yeah.
Okay, because you can't see behind you. Okay, so you always be in a situation where you place yourself in the best possible position
Yeah.
every day, every situation. Put yourself in the best advantage spot. Okay, if you look at the military, you got the snipers and stuff.
Yeah.
They've got a spotter, and they're just constantly scanning.
Yeah.
Look, and a good spotter and a good sniper would know where another sniper would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know. So they're looking at places. Okay, where would that be? Guy would, you know. So you understand the landscape.
Yeah.
You know, if you're very familiar with your landscape, you know, like if you go into your normal restaurant, you should know where the exit points are, the entry points are, toilets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you go to a new restaurant and you're new to it, I just like to walk around the whole facility. You know, if it's quite a big, you know, thing, I like to walk around and just check the landscape. Where are the exit points, entry points? I did security for the Dalai Lama 2008 and 2009 when the Dalai Lama came to
That's
Australia.
crazy.
Oh, wow.
Sydney, yeah.
Wow.
So we learned all that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah.
You know, how to check the rooms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was quite interesting. It was I took a week off work each year, so we'd go there be there every day just to make sure he's safe and stuff like that.
Did you get to talk to him?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I got photos with him as well.
Oh, no way.
wow.
Yeah, well, it's
you
group,
got to
group
send them
photos.
to us.
Yeah.
He's just a very smart guy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not a Buddhist, but he's very, very sort of
Yeah.
you know, Buddhist-like type person. But
Right,
he's very, very
right.
intelligent.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd have like big gatherings and stuff. Some for just really truly followers and stuff, and to be a lot more higher in their thought processes and talking and stuff. Or then they have an open session, and he'll sort of dumb it down for us guys who weren't in that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So, but he can easily talk to anybody
Oh, wow.
at any different level.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
John, can I ask you a question?
you can ask.
Gotta
Like,
put your
when's the
hand
last
up,
time?
Hey, that worked. It worked.
a teacher. John, can I ask you something? Do you still get nervous? Like, when's the last time someone tried to lay their hands on you? Do you get scared when you like react to it, or it's just natural?
Look, to be honest, I haven't really had much violent things happening to me because I can avoid that now.
Yeah.
I can see it coming a mile away. I don't. You know, obviously, nerves are always going to be present. Fear is a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, there's a great book called The Gift of Fear by Gavin de Becker. It's a recommended read for anybody, and you have to use. That's part of our DNA is fear.
Yeah.
And people have to say, there's one particular school that I knew about, and they're called FMA, which is quite strange because that's usually called Filipino martial art. It was Fearless Martial Arts.
Fearless martial art.
Fearless Martial Arts, and they're teaching the kids you shouldn't have any fear. So that's wrong. You can't stop not having fear. That's what keeps us alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Can
know.
I ask you something, John? Which is the most effective martial art you've done? Or they all?
Look, it really depends on the circumstance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as the best martial arts. You know, it's what you
Put in
learn, what you teach, what you study. Anybody says, "Oh, our system is the best," they're just arrogant and ignorant.
Yeah.
You know, I've done so many different arts, and I've never found the perfect one. But
That's why you're still learning, eh?
I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm 60 years old. I'm still a beginner.
No, it's
Every
good.
time you say you're 60 minutes,
I don't believe
doesn't
it.
make sense.
Well,
yeah.
I just
Yeah.
my missus would say, you know, you're like a Peter Pan. I said, yeah, well, I'll grow old, but I just don't want to grow up.
Yeah, well, on top of all the martial arts stuff, you also got a very good talent at making drinks, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an interesting day. That was.
Yeah.
I was,
Mixing up all the drinks at the Christmas
Yeah,
parties,
but you
mate.
play the part, man. You all
Yeah,
dressed
I
up.
dressed
you-
up.
dressed up.
I dressed
everything.
up like that purely because of Jordan Peterson.
Oh,
Yeah.
seriously?
Seriously, when I saw Jordan Peterson become, like really, really famous and stuff, and he dressed up immaculate,
Yeah.
and he says, to me, I wanted to be like him.
Yeah.
You know, dress up. I've got so many different suits now. But probably $2,000 or $3,000 worth of really, really top lot gear, and
Yeah.
it feels good to be dressed like that.
Yeah, I did see a photo of you in your suit, and I definitely reckon you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Right. It just
Yeah,
makes you
I'm
feel.
sure.
It just makes you feel like you're a gentleman, and
Yeah.
you know, gone with it. You know, days of style and swagger and stuff is
Yeah.
Yeah.
is sorely missed now. I miss
Yeah.
that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely way less people dressing like that, and I think it kind of gives a sort like a sense of like respect for yourself, and you feel like you value yourself more
Oh,
when you
absolutely.
when you wear something that
It's
empowers you, I guess.
It also makes you especially if you go and see if I'd love to go and visit and see Jordan Peterson, but I'd be dressed in the lines. It's like you're making an effort.
Yes.
You know, women do all the time. They make an effort. They really dress up really nice, and guys just working on jeans and t-shirt and stuff.
Yeah. Guilty.
Flip flops,
Guilty.
mate.
Flip flops.
Guilty.
I mean, it's fine if
Yeah.
everyday wear and stuff. But if you're going to like a wedding or something like that,
Yeah,
I want to be the best dressed guy there.
yeah.
You know, because I make an effort.
It feels
Yeah.
good though.
It feels
Awesome.
good.
Yeah.
It feels great.
Yeah, exactly right. And then
No.
you got Lloyd with his bucket hat on.
Yeah, but he's dilly gaff.
mate.
What is that
Love
shirt,
it.
bro? What is dilly
Yeah,
gaff?
what's the
mate?
story behind that
Yeah,
shit, mate?
yeah.
Hey, listen to Kevin Bloody Wilson.
Oh, mate, of
mate.
course we do.
Yeah.
Oh, why you ask me?
Well, in case the viewers want to know,
Yeah.
mate.
I think that's your life motto, bro.
Can I
dilly gaff.
say it?
Yeah.
Do I look like I give a f?
I might have to bleep.
Yeah, well, why ask me then?
It's good, mate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah, it's coming up a bit though.
I do actually. I actually do like funny T-shirts as well.
Yeah.
I had a few of them. One of the ones it's destroyed now, but I wish I had it still. Black shirt with big bold white writing in it. It says,
Yeah.
and it says, "Nobody is perfect."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes, "I am nobody." I thought that's
That's
really
mad.
smart.
Oh man.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those great jokes
Yeah.
on shirts, mate. Oh,
Yeah.
far out.
Oh,
I
yeah.
noticed.
Like
Dad
shirts,
joke.
eh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dad
yeah.
jokes.
I've been
on
asking
shirts.
for work shirts
Oh.
for
yeah.
12 months and mine.
He
I'm still
asks
bloody
me
waiting.
this every day, mate. I tell you the
Yeah.
same date, and then you ask me when is it coming.
You just
I
like
need to mark your calendar, bro.
you're like a politician talk shit.
Yeah. We got a whiteboard in there. We cross it off every time. You say, oh,
Yeah,
it's coming.
tallying it up, mate.
Yeah.
One you can fit it all on the
What are you gonna do when you got your shirts? You're gonna have
I
no
don't-
questions to
nothing
ask.
left to say, mate. Nothing left to annoy me
Yeah.
about, mate.
Well,
No, then you'll go, "Where's the singlets?" Yeah.
So Lloyd, mate.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got animals in here.
you know.
But anyways, I noticed she got a tattoo, mate.
Don't talk about tattoos. I regret
What's the
getting
story
that.
behind it?
Just stupid.
What do you mean?
What?
I just don't like tattoos.
Well, why do you have it
Why
then,
do you
mate?
have one?
Does that mean you
Because I
don't
was
like
an
me?
idiot. It's just me. I just don't like them.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I just don't like it.
I swear a couple months ago you were telling me you want to get a dragon tattoo. on your
yeah,
chest.
but yeah, that's a lot of money.
That's why you don't like it, bro. How much money it costs, eh?
Yeah, not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Joy? Do you have any stories behind your tats?
Yeah, I guess.
Everyone's got it for a meaning.
When
Yeah.
I got my black belt in Doti Pares, which is the Filipino stuff, I got my first tattoo, which is that one there.
Oh, yeah?
It looks like rather cool because it's the kapalan, which is a sword, the dagger, and the stick, and the
Right.
Filipino flag, and Kako Doti Pares.
Yeah.
That was my first tattoo.
Yeah.
I wanted to get something to say, hey, look, I'm a black belt in Filipino martial arts.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh, man, I like tattoos. I like the pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
I actually like the pain
Yeah.
because pain is, I always say, even in my teachings of martial arts, you got to have some pain compliance and pain tolerance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how do you know it's going to work?
Yeah.
So
Oh.
pain can be a friend. Injury is different. Pain is just, just a sensation.
Yeah.
Okay, but then everything is basically related to martial arts. That's obviously Doti Paris. This one here is my version of Yin Yang,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
but it looks like karambits.
Yeah.
And then it's Kali, Eskrima. That's
Clear, gives you a clear mind kind of thing. But once you do that, you get memory loss and shit, and
Yeah.
it makes you forget a lot of things. So yeah,
yeah, and
It's
I
not- and a lot of people don't like it because
yeah. Well,
they
that
get memory loss and shit.
yeah, shock treatment. I think that was banned years ago, wasn't it? Shock
I
treatment.
think they still use it,
What's
but they're more
shock treatment?
professional. Oh, they give you shocks and that. And I don't know. I've never had it, but I've heard of people having it. It's crazy.
No, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, there's a YouTube TED talk, and this guy's talking about cognitive Kali.
Yeah.
Instead of taking medicines and things like that,
Yeah.
doing this sort of training and stuff,
Yeah.
actually can help you with your memory as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've definitely seen it since a lot of
Yeah.
people started doing your class.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, it sharpens your brain. It
Yeah.
just,
Good.
you know, you start to, it's not just in your physical, but in your mental state of, one of the women I teach, she had a lot of depression and stuff. She tried to commit suicide several times. And she wanted to learn the Kali just for making herself feel better and stuff. So we go into a park. I like training, love training in the park, you know, with the trees and birds and stuff.
nature.
Yeah.
And just and it would bring joy to her, and it changed her even people at work, because I work with her as well, and she they see the difference in her from when she starts doing the training and stuff. I mean, you look at your mum.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Started teaching your mum, Carla,
Yeah.
and she'd just gone through cancer and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
she wanted to, something to do, and
Yeah.
so that's how we all obviously got together.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Through your mum.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But I knew her from the medical centre, Hilda Medical Centre.
I heard about that story.
Yeah.
Just sitting there all day.
Sitting there was like 2 or 3 hours
Yeah.
waiting for my turn, and they'd forgotten about me.
Oh, that's red on.
And she said, most people would get upset.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, it was my day off anyway. I went to see a medical thing, and
Yeah.
I thought, oh, I'm here. I'm just patient. There's a movie called High Road to China. Had Tom Selleck in it,
Yeah.
and he meets this little Chinese guy. And one of the best lines, I always use this all the time. He said, the oxen is slow, but the earth is patient. Talking about plowing the earth.
Yeah.
So, doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there. The earth is patient. In other words, we got all the time that That's why I never sort of push people to learn quickly.
No.
Slow and smooth. There's a great philosophy: slow is smooth, smooth is fast, fast is deadly.
Yeah.
If you can't do it slowly, you can't do it fast.
That's like what you and Brian said. Oh, don't worry about what belt you're doing, what you're doing, what grading going for. It doesn't matter. Like, as long as you just doing it, because it doesn't matter what belt you got, you're still learning.
Yeah. If I've got people who all they want to do is get a black belt and that's their goal,
Yeah.
that's the wrong attitude.
Yeah.
You'll get it anyway. I mean, I was always avoiding my black belt gradings and stuff. But it wasn't about that. It was about learning and stuff.
Did you get anxiety trying to get your black belt? Or
First time I went for my black belt, I actually broke a toe and I couldn't go.
Wow.
I literally broke my toe in the grading. So I had to wait another 6 months before I can go back to get it because I couldn't move.
Yeah.
We did kata. We did the sparring before we did the kata, and I did a front kick, and the guy brought his knee up, and it dislocated my toe and broke it.
Oh.
That was painful.
What's
So I was more upset, but my missus, I came home, my missus said, "Did you get black belt?" I said, "No, I got a broken toe instead."
Oh no.
well, what's the longest kata for black belt you done, John?
I don't know. I don't remember the katas now. There's a lot of
What's
high-ranking
that?
katas.
No. First kata for the black belt.
Oh, there's
How long to go for? What was your longest kata?
the longest kata actually is actually more of a form from Wing Chun, Sil and Tao form, and that's really long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of movement. It's a lot of things, and that's longer than any of the karate katas and stuff that I've learned.
Oh, that's crazy.
It goes. You can do it if you do it properly. You could probably take about 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
That's a long time for a kata.
Right.
But my instructor always tests me on it. So it's not just doing the kata.
What's doing
I have to. He literally will hold my arm, and if I don't do it right, there's a blockage.
Yeah.
He says, "You've got to learn to release." He says, "Don't relax, learn to release." So we always walk up with our shoulders up like that. We got to sort of release that.
Yeah.
Open that joint out so I move properly. The bong sao, you got the tan sao, and you got the fuk sao and stuff. But if you're locked up, you won't. It's a disconnection. You can't, and you're trying to use force, it won't work.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like you got more potential energy when it's relaxed muscle.
Exactly.
Because you can respond with more energy.
Exactly.
Which is good.
You see a good fighter, they're really relaxed when they're fighting.
Yeah.
You know, you see boxers, you see Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
The way he moves, he's so relaxed,
Yeah.
and he gets that speed. If
Yeah.
you've got all your muscles tense, you can't do speed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then when you're more intense too, your vision narrows. You see less.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All your senses, you know, especially when you're in a real combat situation stuff, you get tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Your
You're
hearing
alert.
goes. Your hearing goes.
Yeah.
And everything's like, because you're all, you know, emotional and stuff like that. All
Yeah.
the chemicals in your body's just going,
Yeah.
get me out of here.
Yeah.
Mm.
Fight or flight or freeze.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think the biggest benefit from the sessions that you do with our guys is definitely the whole like behavioral sort of management. I think that's the most valuable thing you teach them. Is that's why again like the philosophy behind it is so important, because when you're teaching these guys, the biggest thing that they receive is that whole behavioral management side of things.
Yeah.
Like we got guys that go in there and they're like normally get like, you know, aggressive sometimes, you know, sort of part of their disability.
Yeah.
But you teach them to control it and how to direct it away and what to do
In a
with it.
positive way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have emotions and stuff. But if you get frustrated because you can't express yourself with the emotions and stuff, it's going to come in a negative
Yes.
form, you
Mm.
know. But you can turn that around by positive thinking through training
Yeah.
and movement, and it becomes, instead of thinking of it as a problem, think about, let's make a solution.
Mm.
You know, make it a challenge. Okay, let me fix this. This challenge is challenging that I'm not getting this. Let's just work it slowly, and make a positive thing on it.
Yeah.
You know, and it does calm you as well. To me, I find it like meditation, like meditating in the training, especially when you do the flow drills.
Yes.
You know, it gets to the point you're just in the zone.
Yeah.
Get in the zone. Once you're in the zone, it's like, this is blissful. You don't want it to end.
Yeah, exactly.
But sorry,
Yeah.
time's up.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah.
But it is like that. And then also when you got your partner, you're both learning together.
Yeah.
You're trying to get in each other's headspace, in flow together.
Oh,
It
yeah.
doesn't leave a lot of room in your head for any negative thinking. It's
Yeah.
just all about you and the person you're with,
Yeah.
and just getting into flow together.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's that. It's hard to do it on your own. You can do it, but once you've got a partner and they're starting to get up. Lloyd's getting there now with his movements and stuff. It's
Yeah.
you know, but you got to start baby steps.
Yeah, it's
But
not
once you
easy.
get that flow and it just flows and
Yeah.
you stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
And it becomes muscle memory and feel and sensitivity. A lot of stuff we do is like the Hubbard stuff. It could be empty hand, it could be weapons, whatever.
Yeah.
It's that sensitivity, tactile sensitivity.
Yeah.
Because we always see visual and hearing and stuff as two of the main things, but
Yeah.
touch is a very, very important sense in our bodies, you know. And if we don't have that tactile sensitivity, it won't work on it. But sometimes you can. Well, I do chi sao with my Wing Chun instructor. We'd go blindfolded, and just do everything blindfolded.
That's crazy.
That is another level.
Yeah, you strike me as the kind of person that would do that without the sticks too. You'd use the real machetes.
Yeah, live blades they are scary. I don't teach that to my students, but I have actually done live machete training with Ray Floro.
Yeah.
Another
He's very famous, that guy.
Oh, he's
isn't
very
he?
famous. Yeah, he's but he I've been one of his students for many years. I've got 2 instructor levels under him as well.
Yeah.
He doesn't do
That,
black belts. He just does.
That guy just said he's from South Korea, ain't he?
What was
Is that
that?
the guy? Is the guy that does the knife fighting? Is he from South Korea?
No.
Oh,
Ray
right.
Floro is Filipino.
Oh,
But he learnt under Elustrissimo, Carlos Elustrissimo, but he
Yeah.
also was a fencer, Australian, New South Wales champion fencer,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
European
sword.
fencer. So he's combined the Carly stuff with fencing. So
Yeah.
his fighting system is totally different again.
Yeah.
And so I had to relearn that system is all bladed stuff.
Yeah.
So we'd do sparring with live machetes, just put helmet on and gloves on, that's it.
What's it like sparring with like live machetes? Does it change the way you respond, or is it still very similar? Because I feel like that would sit in your head.
It actually, when I first did it, it was nerve wracking.
Yeah.
But it actually makes you want to really move.
Yeah.
Movement is very, very important. Footwork, body movement, and stuff like that. And when people just put sticks in their hands, they're just using their arms and not using body mechanics and movement and stuff. But once you get a live blade, whether it's a knife or whether it's a machete and stuff, your body wants to move.
Yes.
It doesn't want to be near that blade.
Yeah, no.
So not just your arms are moving, but your whole body's saying, I don't want to get cut.
Yeah.
So what happens? Do you lose your arm? Did they get charged? The one that cut your arm off, did they get charged or what?
Well,
By the police, if you lose your arm for using knives.
No, in reality is I don't want to be anywhere near a guy with a knife or a machete.
No.
You have
But
to sign
but-
something first.
Not in real life.
Ray Floro, has very, very good control.
Yeah.
He's taught special forces, military people, all around the world. He goes all around the world teaching and stuff. But and he's very, very talented. But his system is different to what I'm used to. I'm used to close quarters stuff in Dossie Parish, which is a close quarters area. He's long range. He does do close quarters, but his long ranges. He says, what's the point in me doing just teaching close quarters? Well, I'm going to take you out from this distance, from here to here.
That's true.
He will still get you, and you can't stop him.
Yeah.
But so you learn how to move correctly, efficiently,
Yeah, I bet.
and you learn how to defend. You use the machete also as a shield.
Yeah.
So you always have it in front and shield it away. Hide behind your weapon.
Yeah.
That's what I like to teach with the sticks, well, especially two sticks.
Yeah.
You're actually learning how to use the sword and shield.
Yeah.
One defends, one attacks at the same time. And then it can change from one to the other. So that could be defending and hitting, and that could be hitting, that could be defending. So and you use them together, it's crossing over, boom, boom, boom. And so you use one always as a shield, and then one as the weapon.
Yeah.
And then I guess on the other end of that machete thing is like live blades is what you done for our guys. You created your own contraption, pool noodles or something.
Yeah,
that's actually really good.
The pool noodles is so because I don't want people getting injured.
Just use the real thing, mate. Yeah.
That's just the real. I mean, I give everybody a pair of sticks and stuff, but that's just practicing on. But later on, when they're really up but. With weapon training, especially the sticks, I'm not going to be teaching you guys edge weapon stuff.
No.
But with the sticks, just getting hit in the hand with a stick can break fingers and stuff, can hurt and get poked in the eye and stuff. So I made these pool noodles with a piece of stick in the center of it, and you can bash anybody from day to. And then I bought some stuff from the martial arts store, which is a little bit more softer, but they're just good to practice because you can actually target. Because you want to target the hand or the head or whatever, but
I mean, I got hit the most by myself, so definitely was good.
Well, when you're learning weapons, especially edge weapons and stuff, a lot of people who don't know how to train in it, they actually are more likely to cut themselves.
Yeah,
because they don't have the understanding of an extension of you.
Yeah.
So.
Well, John, we kind of went very, very over time, which was good.
Sorry about that.
Even ran out of memory.
It was great.
Just cut out everything
Learned a
I
lot.
said.
No. It was actually very valuable, and the reason it went over time is because we were enjoying it. And I think
very interesting.
Yeah, I think it was it's going to be very rewarding for everybody to hear this.
Yeah.
But like I also want to let everyone know, you don't do this to be paid. You do this volunteer. You do this for free. You teach people for free.
Yeah.
You take time out of your day to do all of this.
I'm just paying it forward. That's
because the reward. How do you feel like you get paid from this?
Smiles.
Yeah.
That's my reward. That's my payment. If somebody smiles at the end of the session and then they're happy, that's my reward.
So,
I get paid by Bunnings. I don't need the money.
You're just doing this because you love it.
Yeah. And I love passing on knowledge.
Yeah.
So John, what would you recommend, like someone to do martial arts? Like, do you recommend them to do it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, it's whether it's martial arts, whether it's dancing, any sort of thing that keeps your body moving and makes you start to move, it's all good. But martial arts has got 3 benefits: fitness, self-defense, and mental health.
Yeah.
Yes. Mental health, mate. mate.
Yeah.
Very important.
Definitely is. And I think that's the big part again that our guys benefit from your sessions, man. Just the whole mental health side of things.
Yeah, and we'll talk
Helps
about
so
mental
much.
health too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, thank you for
All right,
joining
thank you,
us,
John,
mate.
for
It was
joining
a
us.
great,
Thank you, buddy.
great
Yeah.
pod, mate. It was
Take it
awesome.
easy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right, we're
Very
gonna
good.
wave to the camera. See you later.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.